Hey guys, hope everybody's doing well. This is Elizabeth with Mirror Dreams Tarot. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't seen one of my videos before, if you have and you're returning, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Today we're going to do a pick a card reading on what emotional or subconscious blocks may come up for you to be released during this Cancer season, since Cancer is ruled by the moon. It's all about emotions, our inner self, subconscious. So we're going to see what Spirit has to say about that. And yeah, let's start. So I'm going to let you guys choose between 3 crystals. So group 1 is going to be this amethyst dolphin. And I chose this because dolphins are, I don't know, I tried to stay with the theme of like emotions, and dolphins are super emotional, so yeah. So it's going to be group 1. Group 2 is going to be this pink amethyst. You can't see how pretty it really is, but it is one of my prettiest. So that's going to be group 2. And group 3 is going to be this citrine. Yeah. I don't know if the chakra it corresponds to really goes with, like, I mean, I guess it does. Emotions, feeling safe in your body, that all has to do with like subconscious patterns. Alright, so this is group 3. So I'm going to hold on my phone one time now. So this is group 1. It's going to be group 2. I can't hold them up at the same time. Group 2. I'm going to try for you. And group 3. So if you need to pause the video, take a couple deep breaths to tune into your intuition and to choose a group, go ahead and do that now. Otherwise, I'm going to start with group 1. Okay, so you guys chose the amethyst dolphin group 1. And I'm going to burn a little Palo Santo because I didn't at the beginning. I've been feeling like a little off today. And yesterday, this moon in Pisces really has me like, I don't know, it's like it's melancholy and just like not motivated, and I don't know, but let's not bring my energy into this. Alright, spirit guides, my spirit guides, angels, ancestors, help me to connect with whoever chose group 1 with their spirit guides, angels, ancestors, their intuition, in order to bring them the most helpful, clear message that I can. Yeah. Alright. So, now that we got everything, all the energy cleared, I'm going to let that burn until it goes out. I'm gonna start with some runes like I did the other day. I liked doing that, so I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna take out my little cheat sheet. Okay. What does group 1 need to know? What messages do you have for group 1 spirit about this Cancer season and emotional blockages they may have that this Cancer season might be bringing up to be released? Or how it will influence them emotionally, on an emotional, inner level. Alright. I got 3. So, we got the moon. This is called romance, the rune, but I forget, I think it's like a Celtic symbol, I believe. Anyways. And then the waves, so you got lots of changes and transitions when it comes to the emotional connections, relationships with others, things hidden maybe coming to the light, but also being brought into harmony. Yeah, things being brought into the light. This is communication and movement and change. And the moon also represents change as well. And both of these runes represent, like, this is love and relationships, and then coming into harmony, emotional connection. This is long-term changes, transitions, hidden things coming to light, which is what the moon represents. And this is communication and information. So let's see how the tarot corresponds with those. I'm just going to set them to the side right here. And choose a deck. This one. Alright, Spirit, what does Group 1 need to know about any changes that might be taking place in their emotional world, subconscious patterns coming up to be broken? What messages do you have for Group 1 today? About what's going to come up for them. Two of Pentacles. Alright, I'm not going to show them because the glare is just too bad. Ace of Cups reversed. Five of Pentacles. Queen of Cups reversed. And Six of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands. I said I was going to stop showing them, not its habit. So you've got two fives. That might be significant to you. I don't know. Five of Pentacles is in the middle of your reading. Okay, so what's going to be coming up for you is a feeling of being in balance between the inner and the outer. A feeling of having to sacrifice your emotional and inner self, your emotional needs, in order to get your material needs met. Yeah, there's going to be an opportunity for you to release this inner conflict. I'm looking at this Ace of Cups and this Queen of Cups both reversed, because cups are emotions, as we know, and I'm just trying to think of how it may be affecting you. Hold this. Like why you're having these blocks, what they stem from. I'm going to go ahead and get some more cards because I don't want to keep you guys. I know there's already a lot of space in my readings. And alright, let's get some clarification on this Ace of Cups and this Queen of Cups reversed here. And what these blockages represent and stem from. It's for group one. Okay. Alright, Five of Cups. You got the High Priestess and the Queen of Wands reversed. Okay. Alright. And this Queen of Cups. Get some clarity on what this. Whoop. Oh yeah, you got the Moon reversed here. And the Nine of Swords and the Fool. Okay, so what I'm seeing is as far as these blockages go, why you have them and how they show up, and how to move out of them also is, so the Queen of Wands reversed is somebody that has been taught not to be vulnerable, and feels very disempowered. So maybe you grew up in a house that you were very emotional and it was not accepted, and so you had to hide because you're the High Priestess. So you're very, you are very connected to the inner and like the hidden, and you get the Moon too. what's often unsaid or ignored or uncomfortable to talk about. And you know, when we're children, we just are who we are. So maybe like you were shamed over and over about being so open and emotional and deep and voicing these things that you notice, and you learned how to shut that down. And maybe now, you know, now you feel, so it's a feeling of disempowerment also coming up to be released. So you feel like it's a pattern of you had to shut that down, so to avoid this feeling of like losing love. Or losing, you know, being abandoned. I know that's a Pentacles, but it could be, it's, you know, we're tribal creatures and we carry those memories in our DNA of, so like when we were living in tribes, and if someone's not accepted by the group, then if they're thrown out, then that means no physical resources too. So it's like held in your body, this trauma of feeling like you can't be yourself and express your emotions. The Queen of Cups clarified by the Moon reversed, the Nine of Swords, and the Fool. So you grew up in, I feel like you grew up in a home where feelings were not, where you were maybe called too sensitive and kind of shamed for that, and you internalized it as something that was wrong with you, and not being able or feeling like you can express it or knowing how to express it now because of just, or expressing it, not knowing how to express it in a healthy way. Is like weighs on you, and it keeps you from doing the things or starting things that you would like to do. Being able to be carefree and childlike in who you are, and okay, so what other messages from Spirit does Spirit have for group one, for my group ones today, on advice on how to move through this energy and what is the shadow work they need to do in order to move out of these blockages, these feelings. That's a lot of cards. Alright, I guess I'm going to take him. The Magician, the Sun, Seven of Pentacles reverse, Two of Swords, Nine of Pentacles reverse, the Hermit, oh my god, I didn't realize how many, the Empress, and the Queen of Pentacles reverse. Okay, well, with the Queen of Wands reverse, some of the advice is definitely to try to be conscious of your emotional reactivity and maybe the unhealthy patterns that you have of suppressing and denying and judging your own emotions, and to practice becoming more vulnerable about them within your relationships in a more healthy way. And if other people are stuck in the patterns with you, like family members, there's nothing you can do about that. You control you. So if you know something's going to trigger them or it's not going to be accepted, you can don't shut down or don't deny what you have to say or feel like you need to share, but then don't engage with unhealthy patterns that they might start to drop into and pull you into. Because that's just going to get you more of this, you know. Yeah, the Magician. So Mercury, the Alchemist, communication. Practice the way you communicate your feelings. Be conscious of that. Practice that so that you can become more in alignment with your authentic self and feel instead of feeling disconnected from who you are, you know, feel you be who you are without shame. And the more you practice that and the more you participate in conscious sharing of emotions and vulnerability, being mindful of the patterns and the unhealthy patterns created by the trauma you experienced, of denying, suppressing, whatever it is. This fear that something is going to be withheld from you, or that you're going to be like made to look weak, this fear of vulnerability, and that something like that love or resources is going to be withheld from you. It's going to slowly that pattern is slowly going to like disintegrate and be overtaken with your new conscious or awareness that you programmed consciously, patterns that you consciously created. And while you're doing, when you do that, you're going to be consciously getting rid of what's holding you back and keeping you in this place of fear and like you don't know yourself. And you got the Hermit and the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. So it's all earth energy. I mean, with the Queen of Pentacles reverse, practice connecting to your body. Also, the Empress, both of these, do things you enjoy, that you value. And the Hermit as well, like, it's going into the unknown, alone, but it's for purpose. Like, you gain wisdom about yourself and your own values, and you come to know yourself, trusting yourself and your own internal compass and where that's leading, and value and spend time doing things that you value, that you enjoy, that you think is beautiful. Even if you have to do that alone by yourself, like, that's actually probably the best time to get in touch with that part of yourself, to help become aware of where these patterns came from and like how to reprogram them. So, alright, pile 1, that was your reading. I hope you resonated and got something out of it. Yeah, I think that's all the messages I have for you. You are the High Priestess. Like, I know you feel like probably out of balance right now, like you don't know yourself, like you're out of touch with who you are, but it doesn't always have to be that way. Like, the more conscious we become of ourselves, the more ourselves we become. So with that, I'm going to leave you. I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is. It was a pleasure reading your cards. I hope you'll join me next time. Thank you so much. Hi, Pile 2 or Group 2. Welcome to your reading. Just going to clear the energy real quick from Pile 1 or Group 1. You can use this time if you want to take a couple deep breaths. Focus on your third eye. Ask your spirit guides to bring through clearly any messages you need to hear that's gonna benefit you in the the most and the clearest message for you. Yep. So I'm gonna sage these and this. I'm gonna sage these cards right here. I mean, Palo Santo, these cards. I need to get a new stick of sage. I haven't been back to the crystal shop lately. I gotta go this week, so. Alright. I think everything's clear. All the energy's cleared. I'm gonna let that burn. So, pile 2, you guys chose this pink amethyst. Really beautiful crystal stone. So let's get started with your reading. I'm going to start with picking out some runes because I really liked that the other day when I did it. So, here we go. Alright, Spirit, what messages does Group 2 need to hear about emotional or subconscious blockages being brought up to be released this Cancer season for them? Alright. Okay. So you got I feel like it has something to do with maybe you're codependent and there are some things about that might be coming up for you to release throughout relationships so that you can create a truly harmonious relationship with someone that's reciprocal and yeah, because this is beginnings of something new, justice, investing in yourself and providing for yourself, blessings, and then love and relationships, deep emotional connections, soulmate, harmony. So I definitely feel like it has something to do with what I just said about maybe overcoming codependent patterns or giving too much of yourself, giving up all of yourself for somebody else in order to have harmony in a relationship, but that never really works, does it? Harmony can only be achieved if there's a balance of give and take, right? And you got the message of investing in yourself and healing and justice and the start of something new. So, new patterns in relationships, maybe. Let's get your tarot cards. What cards do I want to use for pile 2? Yeah. Okay, Spirit. What messages do you have for my group 2 about the subconscious or emotional patterns that they're going to have the opportunity, or that this Cancer season is going to bring up for them, bring to the surface for them to deal with, and give them the opportunity to release. Judgment reversed, Knight of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and 7 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we've got 4 of Wands. Okay. What is this saying to me? I just feel like there's a lot going on here, and it's not really making sense to me right now. Alright. Maybe what I'm picking up is that with these two, this Knight of Wands, this Knight of Cups, both on the either side of this 8 of Pentacles, and this Judgment reversed. You ignore your intuition when it comes to significant others and what they're promising to offer you. Like, I feel like both these nights, you know, it's passion and emotions, but the promises, the display is big, but really it's not an actualized, not a mature energy. It's an energy of and then you're made to feel like you're the only one working at it or wanting to work on it. And yeah, they might be making you all these promises, but then all these cups are empty. But you have a hard time letting go of the hope that it will be, you got a star underneath, that of the potential that you were promised. Yeah, okay. What other messages do you have for group 2, Spirit, about letting go of this cycle or pattern so that they can create true harmony and deep emotional connection within a relationship. The Magician reversed. 10 of Pentacles reversed. 9 of Cups reversed. Wait. 6 of Cups. Yep, 6 of Cups reversed. And this is 9 of Cups reversed. 3 of Swords reversed. We're going to stay there for now. Bottom of the deck, you've got 8 of Wands reversed. Oh gosh, it's just like there's a lot going on here. trust your judgment and your own intuition, the red flags in the way they communicate. Mercury's all about communication, which is the Magician. So any red flags that come up for them to communicate when they show you who they are, when you know that, yeah, they might seem passionate and sure of themselves and capable, or like, you know, they're offering you something so special that, you know, that's how they want you to perceive them. Learn how to recognize that gut feeling that tells you, you know, that it's when somebody's making empty promises to you. And whenever you do feel like you get stuck in that cycle again, or you're in that cycle of feeling like you're the one doing all the work, they made you all these promises, and now you're the only one carrying all the like emotional, like they haven't followed through on they don't follow through on anything. It's always like there's always an excuse. Don't go into that place of making excuses for them, or by like daydreaming about who they showed you they were when they made these promises to you, because that was all a facade. That wasn't really who they are. Recognize that when you start to go into that mode of like, yeah, devaluing yourself and your needs and that aren't being met or going ignored. Because you're putting, I don't know if this is even going to make any sense. I don't know what I just said. Stop doing that. Stop making excuses and going into that reminiscing about, you know, the happy times. Because that's not who they really are. That was who they were to get you. Because you obviously, with this, you do feel deeply, and that's what you want, is emotional connection and harmony, soulmate. And you know, realize that they are taking advantage of that, even if they seem like it is love. Like, they do love you, really love you, and they are trying hard. And that they will be able to fulfill you, you know. Because it's all like the Seven of Cups and this Ten of Pentacles reversed and this Eight of Wands. It's all empty promises that are never going to come to fruition. And by recognizing that and not trying to avoid the heartbreak that maybe you feel if you're in this situation right now and you're thinking about leaving, avoiding it or not avoiding it, going through it, is going to save you from it in the future. You know, recognizing this now and doing whatever you need to do to become aware of these patterns within yourself that kept you in this particular relationship, or is keeping you stuck in a cycle of entering into relationships of this type. Yeah. I think that's all the messages I have for you today. Pile group 2. Yeah, I think that I think Spirit came through pretty clearly with the advice. You know, as much as you're putting into this relationship and valuing it, give that to yourself, but double. You know, value, because you're worth more than false promises and You deserve somebody that's going to care about you and the relationship just as much as you care about them and you guys' relationship. Just in case you needed to hear it. From someone who's been there. And it took a long time to leave. So I know it's hard. But if it's coming up for you, just recognize how you're doing this, how you're making excuses for them. It might take you a little while to leave. And that's okay. That's okay. But recognize, that their promises are empty. They will never deliver if they haven't by now. Their potential is just that, their potential, and it doesn't mean anything. They're not going to care about you or see your worth anymore the more that you do for them, or the more that you let them disrespect you and lie to you, keep lying to you. So realize that, when you're judging yourself and thinking, oh, but they, thinking about the mask of who they showed you they were, which is like the tactic. Realizing that that's your mind playing tricks on you, that's not them. And that you can trust your own judgment. No matter what, you know if somebody's lying to you, especially if you spend a lot of time with them. Don't let their crocodile tears or whatever the fuck excuses they come up with to get you in this space of feeling like you're the bad one or selfish and feel pity for them to stay, or to not bring it up, or to stay in this situation where you aren't valued or respected. Realize that that's like a tactic. That's not genuine. You are a genuine person, which is why they latched onto you. They are not fucking genuine. They will say and do whatever it is to get their way. And if I'm off base, I'm off base. This isn't the reading for you, but that's what I just felt like that needed to be said. So, group 2, you're worth all the love you have to give to someone. And that is waiting for you on the other side of this when you get out of this shitty situation and start doing the shadow work of why you were in it and what kept you in it in the first place. Then you're gonna get that relationship that you deserve. that's out there for you. Yeah. So I think that's it. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that it resonated with you. My heart goes out to you, group 2, because I've been exactly, if what I said resonated with you, I've been there. And I know what a shitty feeling it is. So, but there is nothing more power. After thinking about it so many times, and then finally leaving, when I finally did leave, when it was finally over, just this, I can't even describe the relief that I felt. I mean, there's going to be a lot of healing to do. I still have a lot of healing to do around the trauma that I experienced. Because even if there's not physical abuse going on yet, that doesn't mean that you aren't being manipulated and abused psychologically, emotionally, and mentally, and that shit stays with you too and creates trauma too. So I really feel for you, and my heart's with you. You know, I'm sending you good vibes, and you already know. You already know, you know. If you're in this situation, like, you know what you need to do with this judgment reversed and this you know what's going on. All right. Yep, I think that's all Spirit has to say coming through for you guys. So I believe in you. You're strong and capable, and don't take any shit from anybody. Yeah, it was a pleasure to reading your cards. Good luck from the bottom of my heart. And I really hope you'll join me next time, and maybe your reading will be a little lighter. Okay, I don't know how to end. This was such a heavy reading, and I just feel so I feel so much for you because I went through it. So I don't know what to say. Like, there's nothing to say, but just, you're not alone. You find a good therapist. There are other people out there. Go on the internet, look up like narcissistic abuse or resources. I mean, just information, like videos on, like psych videos on different, like what you may be experiencing in your relationship, and that's what helped me not feel so alone, and helped me feel like I wasn't crazy for questioning his lies to me. So alright, I will let you guys go now. Love to you, and I'll see y'all next time. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose the citrine crystal, then this is your reading. I'm just gonna, my Palo Santo went out a little quick, so my lighter went out and my car is getting worked on, so I just have matches. But hey, whatever works. Sometimes it's hard to catch. Okay, there we go. This one catches pretty good. Alright. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, help me or connect with group 3's spirit guides, angels, ancestors, their intuition to bring them the clearest message they need to hear, that's going to benefit them. Bring them clarity, hope, peace. Okay. Alright, I will let that burn and we can get started. Okay, so I'm going to start by drawing a couple runes. I liked, when I did that the other day, I like to start it out that way. Okay. Alright, so you have the sun, the scythe, and the crossroads. So from these, what's coming up, going to come up for you is, yeah, so this is sudden changes and endings, making final decisions, walking away from something, and then this is new beginnings and making good choices, good health, healing, good news, justice. The crossroads, obviously making a major life decision, being afraid of moving forward. So the subconscious issues that you might be facing that are coming up for you to deal with during this Cancer season, that maybe you've been putting off, is a very strong need, like the universe really pushing you forward into making changes that you know you need to make. I'm really not getting anything about what those changes are from this. So we're going to go to the cards. Like the last couple I feel like I got a little bit of more information about the reading from the runes. But yeah, let's pick a deck. What deck? None's calling out to me. Maybe that has something to do with, like, maybe that's how you're feeling. I'm channeling your energy of being stuck, not being able to pick a deck. Let's do the Shadowland Tarot. Okay, that's a fun one. It's kind of a themed one. It's got the little bats on it. Bats might be significant. I don't know. Maybe you're seeing them a lot. Maybe you just really like bats. Maybe you're afraid of bats. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors of mine and of group 3. What messages, what stuck emotions are going to be, and subconscious patterns are going to be coming up for group 3 to face and given the opportunity to be released? So you got the Queen of Cups reversed. And you did pick the citrine, so I'm feeling like it's got something to do with not feeling connected, like, to your body, not feeling safe in your body. Page of Wands reversed. Alright, what does group 3 need to hear about what emotions are going to be, or emotional blockages, subconscious patterns are going to be coming up? The Sun reversed. How is it going to show up for them? 8 of Cups. Yep, walking away from something. 10 of Cups. We're going to start there. And you got Death on the bottom of the deck. All right. I'm gonna hold my little crystals. You've got the Sun reversed in the middle of the reading. So it's going to have something to do with walking away from things that don't fulfill you. that are not making you happy. But what is it? What are those things, and what is that? Why is it that that's a pattern for you, and how is it showing up is what I want to know. Well, definitely denying your emotions, suppressing your passion and creativity, is what's causing you to want to walk away and walk toward what will fulfill you, or what you feel like is more in alignment with your authentic self. Yeah, because the sun is all about individuality, balancing, and the sun's the opposite of the moon, so Leo's individual, Cancer, Leo's the outer personality, how you present yourself to the world, and the moon is the inner, your emotional world. So it's honoring your emotions so that you can show up as your authentic self, and instead of feeling like maybe you're having to fit yourself into a box of what is expected of you, like just having to suppress who you really are. And so it's caused you to, it's similar to, pile 1, I think, group 1, to deny and suppress this part of yourself, and so you're like disconnected from it. So it's almost like you don't even know what it is you truly want, because you're so out of touch with, or your body and your emotions are out of alignment with one another, because you've been taught, or programmed years and years, these patterns of needing to suppress and deny that part of yourself. But with walking away from whatever it is that's coming up, that's going to be like a big thing coming up for you because of this death card, it's offering you, and then this sun rune, the opportunity to transform that, so that you can not only walk away, know what situations aren't for you, and walk away from things that don't feel good to you, but walk toward things, know what it is that feels good to you, and be able to walk toward those things. I want to get more information, but I kind of want to use another deck. Okay, I'm going to use the same deck for this one. I'm going to just ask. I don't even know how to word it. What I just said before, I don't know, I lost it. Spirit, can you give us a little clarity about Group 3 situation on how these patterns are going to be coming up for them to be released? What kind of new beginning, how will the new beginning be, like, present itself? The Tower reversed, Knight of Cups reversed, Ace of Wands, Page of Swords reversed, and Nine of Pentacles reversed. Alright, I don't feel like I got a lot of information from that. I feel like it's a little bit everywhere. I feel like just kind of like you're just like, I just know I'm unhappy right now. I'm not being true to myself, but I don't even know what it is that I want or what would fulfill me, because I've been taught not to follow that part of myself, or I've been taught to deny and ignore that part of myself for so long that let's get a few more. Can you give us some clarity on there's something. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, on the Tower. Let's see. Clarity about the Tower. And Strength. And the Hermit. Okay, and now let's give us some clarity about this Knight of Cups reversed, please, Spirit. The Lovers reversed. King of Wands reversed. And Nine of Wands reversed. Let's also get some clarity about this Nine of Pentacles reversed. Discretion, which is Judgment, reversed. Three of Wands reversed. And Ten of Pentacles reversed. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got Six of Swords reversed. Okay. It's a lot. There's a lot going on here. So please be patient with me if I get super quiet trying to figure this out. Okay, so you do have some pentacles and some swords, but the majority of the cards especially all the major arcana, no, except for one of the major arcana, are fire, and then you've got the death, which is water card. So as we know, water is emotions, and then your minor arcana as well. Most of them are cups and are water and fire. So yeah, what's keeping you from being able to create or express this express yourself, your individuality through something you're passionate about or something you create, is this, you've got Judgment reversed, the Lovers reversed. Is this inability to make a decision? But why? And how is that showing up for you? Walking away with this Page of Swords reversed from a situation where you walking away or distancing yourself from people that shame you for speaking your truth or expressing your ideas or feelings or yourself at all, distancing yourself from them. And I know that's hard when it's like family. But if it's a significant other, I mean, not gonna tell you what to do, but it definitely doesn't seem like a happy situation, and doesn't seem like they respect you a lot. If they're putting you down when you try to speak, when you're just being yourself and you share your opinions or your passion or whatever it is, feelings with them, and you get put back into that pattern of like, or a work situation where you just feel like maybe you felt as a child when that trauma occurred to cause you to split these parts of yourself. Yeah, you don't want to experience that. What it would feel like that loneliness of being shamed for who you are, by being authentic about your emotions. Um, yeah, you've got the Five of Pentacles and the Hermit under here. You're scared of, yeah, if you do that, of then feeling abandoned and alone, or having like resources being withheld, like at a deeper level, like then you've got the Strength too. Yeah, you're scared of you. Show your true strength or express, this is also a fire card, of Leo. You're scared of being. Do you see how this Strength card, like they're too attached? You're scared of being, if you show your real self, that you're not going to be accepted and you're going to be alone. And that's where this split comes from. But how do you. You're like, yeah, I know I have that problem, but what am I supposed to do about it? I know, that's what I'm trying to get to. So you mask yourself as this vulnerable, as like who people expect you to be, which maybe is just complacent and agreeable. and, you know, not making a fuss. So that they see you as that instead of being actually vulnerable. So they might see you as somebody like weak and easily manipulated and taken advantage of because you don't voice your opinions or stand up for yourself a lot. So they might view you as that, but in reality that's your mask. You're not actually being vulnerable, because if you were to be vulnerable, your true self is strong and passionate and wise. The Hermit is the card of wisdom. So your inner emotional self you're very wise, and I feel like you felt like the Hermit for much of your life, but you're still scared of what it would mean to, like, instead of being alone, because you're choosing to be alone, you're choosing to not show yourself to others. You're scared of being alone because of being the possibility of the feeling of rejection by others. You see how that's so while you're comfortable in some aspects of being this, you also are uncomfortable with living in this way for different reasons. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, and this split between your inner and outer, not really knowing, not being able to merge and align these, because you feel like you've been suppressed, you're being able to speak up for yourself or be who you are has been suppressed, has caused you the inability to make decisions about things that could ultimately make you happy. Like you have no idea what's gonna make you happy. You just know the situation you're in, you're not happy, but you don't know how to leave it because you don't know then what to go towards. Yeah, you've got the King of Wands reverse, the Knight of Wands reverse. So this inability to make a decision is what's keeping you from relief, and what's keeping you from being in this power, being able to release all this passion. There's a song that's got there's a line, some lyrics that say, I got all this drive but no keys though. And that just came to me. It's like, because I resonate with this, I have, you know, it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. It's keeping you from who you don't feel like yourself. You don't feel like you can be yourself. And I don't know if you can even see those with the glare. This Nine of Pentacles reversed under this Ten of Cups. As you definitely feel like the issue of like resources. See how it's like a bird in a cage, this Nine of Pentacles. And Nine of Pentacles is all about like before the celebration, before the Ten of Pentacles, like the harvest. It's like you looking at all that you have grown, and it's like you kind of feel like if you were to make the change you want to make, like it would diminish all your resources, or cause you to still feel stuck and like not in a good place emotionally where you want to be. You still wouldn't be able to make a decision about where to go from here because your resources would be significantly less. Yeah, the Three of Wands reversed, you wouldn't be able to create what you want to create. Ten of Pentacles reversed, yeah, you wouldn't. And then the Six of Swords reversed, so you wouldn't be able to go in the direction of, even if you knew what you wanted, you wouldn't be able to go in that direction. Alright, so let's get another deck and let's get some messages. Alright, what deck do I want to use? They're all calling to me. It's like, I'm surprised the Seven of Cups didn't come out in your reading. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. This one had bats on the cover of it, and this is a cat, a deck with cats. So stay with this thing. Maybe you're Scorpio. Maybe you're born near Halloween. I don't know. Okay, Spirit. What advice do you have for group 3 about their situation and how to move out of what they don't want to be in anymore? The situation they feel stuck in. How do they move out of that? What decision needs to be made for them to move out of that first? Seven of Pentacles. Let's see, what is that? The Star. Yep. Okay, you've got Death reversed. The Chariot. Justice. and the King of Cups. On the bottom of the deck, you've got the Queen of Wands reversed. Okay. So, what did we ask, Spirit? What needs to be done in order for you to... What decision needs to be made? What advice does Spirit have for you to be able to move out of this situation you don't want to be in anymore? With the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck, reversed, it's really... You have the King of Wands too reversed. A call to allow yourself to be vulnerable and follow or express any interest, anything that calls to you. You know, no matter what it is, no matter how crazy it might look to other people, to allow yourself to, and instead of berating yourself for it when you have those ideas, or like saying, I can't do that, that's not, you know, that's not practical, it's not, I can't, just anything you would want to start doing, like, or like people would judge me for it, or I'm too old to start it, or whatever like story you're in about it. Instead of saying that story, shutting that down, just say, like, honor that part of yourself. Allow, like, start by allowing yourself to be vulnerable with yourself, and you know, some things that you try, that you think, you know, you try and then you decide it's not for you, but let yourself be open to listening to that inner child that was maybe shamed or constantly had to suppress this part of themselves, and that wasn't able to develop and be vulnerable with what they wanted or who they truly were. So it's a real call to vulnerability. First with yourself and then with others. And then the Seven of Pentacles right here, it's watching your resources, your what you've planted, the seeds you've planted grow. And you see how, like, I don't know if you can see how the cat's just sitting. It's like once you're at that place of being authentic with yourself, that it's like the seed will grow without much effort. Like it won't like all it takes is for you to be conscious of it and spend time on it every day. But it'll feel so effortless, and you'll feel so peaceful and at ease about it. And see how the star, that's the same concept of like the watering the plants, watching it grow, hope. But you gotta stop resisting whatever it is you're resisting, like there being an end to, or walking, like whatever it is you know that you need to walk away from. Yeah, in order for there to be forward movement and a balance. Because the Chariot, it is about forward movement, but you see it's also about the balance of yin and yang. And then you've got Justice here as well, which is Libra, harmony, in partnerships, one-on-one partnerships with others, whether it be like romantic partnerships, business partnerships, just it's just that balance, that reciprocal give and take with others. But it begins in yourself when you, the Hermit is Taurus, so when you respect yourself enough to allow yourself to follow the path that leads to, like, the path of your own personal values, that you, no matter what anybody else thinks or feels about it, the willingness to live in harmony with your own values, even if that means being alone. And then this is the higher octave of, and then you draw other people toward you who share similar values, and you can create true harmony within relationships. So whatever you're walking away from, eventually it's going to lead you, you're walking away from not speaking your truth, right? It's going to lead you to this harmony, this sense of harmony. And that comes from forward movement and not avoiding what there needs to be an end to, right? And that comes from being truthful with yourself, allowing yourself to be vulnerable with yourself, and starting to plant those seeds of hope and nourish them hope and belief in yourself and trusting yourself. And then you've got the King of Cups here. You had the Queen of Cups at the beginning of the deck reversed. So I'm going to get a couple clarifying cards for that. Spirit, can you clarify this King of Cups for me, please? What does my group 3 need to know about the King of Cups and what that means about their situation? The Page of Swords reversed again. Alright. The Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. I'm going to get a couple more. Ace of Swords reversed. Nine of Wands. Six of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Bottom of the deck, you've got the Knight of Wands. So, yeah, you're going to come into this King of Cups energy. And that's going to come from following or finding what it is that fulfills you. You're going to be able to master your emotions more and understand your emotions in a more healthy way, express them more healthily, respond instead of react. Sorry about that, pile 3. So we were talking about the King of Wands and why it is, how it relates to you feeling in control of the way you express your emotions, and that part of yourself. And instead of disempowered, like the Queen of Cups reversed, you're like these, and I think this also, like these two parts of yourself, the you know, that your sun and your moon, your cups and your wands, you know, the outer that acts and the inner that feels are in alignment and balanced, in harmony with each other. And that is what is going to be able to lead you, coming to that place is what is going to be able to lead you to this, or know what it is, at least, that it is that you need to go in the direction of in order to have it. Okay, so this King of Cups clarified. We've got the Page of Swords reversed again. It came out. The Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, Ace of Swords reversed, Nine of Wands, Queen of Wands reversed again, and your Six of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so yeah. In order to get to that space, you are going to have to stop silencing your not speaking your truth in order to make yourself seem smaller and make others feel more comfortable. You're gonna have to stop doing that, because that's what's keeping you in this space of just mental distress and worry. Yeah, relief comes from, yeah, and then this Ace of Swords reversed too. Like, that's what's going to ultimately bring you to a point of relief and like feeling of freedom, right? Like it's going to offer you freedom. Freedom from this feeling of being trapped. And it's going to transform this energy of like feeling disempowered and not in control of the things that you create or your life around you. And maybe constantly like in a sense of lack, or like burnout, or like maybe like a hamster in a wheel, like spinning and just not not being able to like enjoy what you work for, or not being able to be carefree and create with this, intentionally create and manifest what you desire, the freedom that you desire. I hope that made sense. God, I hope that made sense. Yeah, once you get relief from this feeling of not being able to be yourself and speak your truth, and not being in that's what's keeping you out of harmony, feeling like out of touch with yourself, keeping you stuck in patterns of reactivity instead of responding. And maybe it's taking a look at the people you choose to spend the majority of your time around, and that could include a work environment that you need to walk away from. There are other jobs, you know. When a work situation is toxic, don't force yourself to stay there. I mean, like, look for another job. Obviously, you do what you gotta do to provide, if you have like a family, people depending on you, you know, in order to pay your bills. But take action in looking for something else so that you can walk away from that. Because when you're constantly in that space of being put back into that old trauma and pattern, you're never gonna get to that place of feeling in control of your emotions. You're always gonna feel like they're controlling you, and you're always gonna feel like stuck in a wheel instead of like you're moving forward. So being vulnerable in your communication and what you choose to share with others, being truthful with yourself and others, you know, not staying silent, and making yourself uncomfortable in order to make others comfortable in a situation, like hiding yourself, not speaking your truth, by being conscious of that and acting on just first be conscious of when you're doing it, and then you can start to change it, and that's what's going to give you relief and true freedom, a feeling of freedom in with your resources and in your just, it's going to reflect out into your whole life, right? Just look like that's what's being offered to you, instead of this feeling of being trapped in on yourself, right? Like with yourself, like all those mirrors around. Practice when you're around people that, practice trusting yourself and responding instead of, or watch, or like when you do, something does evoke emotional reaction from you that maybe is not the healthiest, that brings up that pattern, like try to afterwards, instead of judging yourself for it, try to look at what it is that made you do it, that made you react that way, and that's going to help change those patterns. We have to first be conscious of it. We have to, the seed has to be planted. You have to be conscious of what the issue is first before it can grow into whatever it is that's in alignment with your authentic self, and in harmony with your inner your world, and then harmony in your relationships with others. Okay, that was a really long reading, pile 3. Longer than my others, and I'm sorry, I didn't intend it to be, but I just felt like I just needed more information about the situation, and you did too. Like, it wasn't giving me, like, I don't know, I needed all these cards to put it together, but I hope it resonated with you, and thank you so much for watching. Good luck to you. During this, what may feel like an intense and like hopeless time. I've been there, but new beginnings are on the horizon, right? And look, when it's dark, focus on the stars, right? Yeah, so I think that's all the messages Spirit has for you today. If you stuck with me this long, thank you. I appreciate you. It was a pleasure reading your cards. Good luck to you. I wish you all the best. I do also offer personal private readings if you're interested. You can reach me by email, which is in the description box below. Otherwise, wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is, I hope you have a peaceful and beautiful rest of your day or night. Okay? Thank you so much.